Family, are you there? Well, come on in. I am so happy that you were able to pass by again. Today, we are working on a Tilda ballerina. What I did was I made a copy of the pattern in the book and the Xerox, and I passed it on to cardboard because I like Tildas a lot and I do them very often, so I chose to put it in a sturdier fabric. I mean, you can get some, maybe a plastic material also, but I chose cardboard. And the fabrics that we will be using today is brown Kona cotton, satin, and organza. If you saw my ballerina bodice that I did a couple weeks ago, you would probably identify the fabric. This is for my coworker's baby girl, and she'll be having a birthday in March, and she's a lovely chocolate colored baby. So I chose this brown to go along with the skin tone of the doll. Tilda has different options where you can put the skin color or the fabric that you're gonna utilize. If you're not familiar with it, don't panic yet. You will see how it progresses and why it is that I marked my Tilda pattern like this. In this case, I've chosen to place the organza over the silk. This is the front and the back. And right now, I chose to place the shoulders and the heads in the chocolate color, so in the upper part of the body of the doll. I'll go to my sewing machine and place the pieces on. I'll be right back. So we are back. It looks a little crooked, but never mind. That'll fix it when I cut it, because obviously there's enough room for error in the piece that I cut out. I'm gonna clip the excess, press it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I sewed, I pressed, I fold them down and I press. Be careful with the organza when you're using the iron. Use a scrap piece of material and place it over, because if you put direct heat, since it's a synthetic material, it will melt. It gets all sticky. As you can see, I'm hoping you can see, I placed the pattern over the fabric. Make sure the shoulder falls right on the crease, and make sure when you fasten both pieces together that they're even, the back and the front, so as to when you sew it, you have an even shoulder piece. So I went ahead and I marked the shoulder and head part and the body silhouette, and we fastened it together and placed it aside to sew. I also went ahead and took the arm piece and I marked it on my fabric. You need to make it double and 2 pieces. You mark 2 pieces. Likewise with the legs. And if you notice, the legs have options. As we go along and we do other tildas, you understand why they're marked like that. In this case, I'm gonna do the whole leg in the skin color of the chocolate Kona, and I'm going to paint the shoe in white. I had an option of sewing a piece of cloth here also, but to simplify this project, I'm gonna paint it after the doll is made. So right now we're gonna go and sew the pieces. With body parts like this, it is easier for you to mark and clip them in the whole fabric. Don't cut it out and then sew it. Leave it like this, sew it, and then you cut it. It's easier to maneuver the pieces. So I'm going to the sewing machine. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is how it would appear. You go all the way around. You'll have to know at least the basics of using a sewing machine to or it will become challenging to do, but don't be afraid of it. Buy the machine. Do thousands of errors. You're gonna get it. I'm not an expert. I learned when I was in junior high, and I also picked up a trick here or there because my mother always sewed, and I would just observe at what she did. These are the arms. You can probably see it, I hope. Can you see it? And the bodies. So now I'm gonna trim around the edges, removing the excess. We're gonna flip them and press. And after that, it'll be stuffing the dolls. I'm not sure if stuffing part is gonna be part of this video. Maybe it might be 3 videos to complete the doll. But let's see how much we can get done today.